Guys, 2015 has finally come to an end. We got some great movies in 2015 and a few disappointing ones. The movies were not as great as the ones in 2014, but we did get some that are worth mentioning. Today, I'm going to give you my list of the top 10 best English films of 2015. First of all, guys, I didn't watch all the films that came out in 2015 because of reasons like some of the films not releasing in my country. Also, it's impossible to watch all the films that come out each year. Some of you may agree with my list, some of you won't. Some of you may say, hey, you missed this film, hey, you missed that film. Guys, this list contains those films that I personally loved watching, those films that entertained me on a whole, and those films that I feel are worth mentioning to you guys. So sit back and enjoy. First off, I'll start with the honorable mentions. The only reason these films couldn't make it to the top 10 list was because these four films were technically 2014 films, but they released in my country in 2015. Also, these films made it to the Academy Awards and are films that, in my opinion, are amazing films in their own ways and also are worth watching. So these four films are Whiplash, The Imitation Game, The Theory of Everything, and American Sniper. Four amazing films with some of the best performances ever. Great direction, and also the stories that teach you and motivate you. Guys, the film kickstarting my list on number 10 is The Man from U.N.C.L.E. This action comedy spy film is directed by one of the classiest directors, Guy Ritchie, and is based on the 1964 television series of the same name. This film was really stylish, cool, and classy. Some really cool action sequences, funny and smart humor, and mainly the chemistry between Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer makes this one a must-watch and therefore number 10 on my list. Film that has received love worldwide and has made an ongoing series even better with an emotional connect with the fans. The seventh film in the series and number 9 on my list is Furious 7. Film that stresses on the word family, making us realize that most important is family. A strong entry into the series with some impossible but mind-blowing action sequences, a cool, vengeful villain, and an emotional tribute to the beloved Paul Walker, Furious 7 is number 9. Next film on my list is from a brilliant director who gave us some brilliant films like Rush and A Beautiful Mind, and therefore number 8 is In the Heart of the Sea. Based on the incredible true story that inspired Moby Dick, this film displayed to us elements such as man versus man and man versus nature perfectly. Amazing visuals, brilliant camera work, and some great performances that displayed to us survival and courage. A highly underrated film which is really shocking, but it is worth watching. Not as good as Rush, but Ron Howard and Chris Hemsworth do not disappoint. Number 7 on my list is a film that is also part of a series that keeps getting better and better. This is the film that started my channel. This is the film that I first reviewed. And guys, number 7 is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. This fifth installment in the Spy series gave us some amazing new set of action scenes, our favorite characters returning from the previous films, and also giving us some cool new characters. Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt nails it once again and gives us a great film which is not as good as Ghost Protocol, but a film that makes us love the series even more. Superhero film that is unique and fun and is completely different from the usual destruction we see in most of the superhero films. Number 6 on my list is Ant-Man. I was so happy to see a film from Marvel that didn't show cities getting destroyed or any of the usual massive destructions, but gave us an awesome superhero film that had some amazing performances from mainly Paul Rudd, Michael Pena and Michael Douglas, some really funny scenes, cool action sequences, and a simple but entertaining story. A film that is also a part of a series that began in 1976 and has now led to the strong 7th film that has given a new life to the series. Number 5 is Creed. A film that motivates you, a film with two of the best performances that alone make this film stand strong. Yes, Sylvester Stallone and Michael B. Jordan. At this age, Sylvester Stallone has proved that the Rocky series is nothing without him, and Michael B. Jordan has given a career-best performance that will also cover up his mistakes such as Fantastic Four. Apart from that, amazing fight scenes, great background score and great direction. Brilliant sci-fi film about a man who's left behind on Mars, presumed dead after a fierce storm, and therefore number 4 on my list is The Martian. The brilliant mind of Ridley Scott gives us one of the smartest films this year, with an amazing performance from Matt Damon as Mark Watney, the stranded astronaut who happens to be a botanist. Yes, he grows food on Mars. How amazing is that? Also, a film like this is supposed to be sad and depressing, but it happens to be a really funny film. Amazing visual effects, smart and light humor, awesome performances and great direction. Guys, we have finally made it to the top 3, and let me tell you guys, I took a really long time placing these 3 films. I kept shuffling them because these 3 films here were just so good. I thought over it again and again because I wanted them to be in the positions that satisfied me, and I finally came to a proper conclusion. So guys, number 3 on my list is a film that I just saw recently, and I'm glad I saw it. So let's slow it down, let's slow it way down, because number 3 is The Hateful Eight. Quentin Tarantino has done it again. Intense dialogue, mind-blowing performances, amazing background score, great setting and superb direction. Seriously, I can go on and on praising this film because this film was just amazing. My eyes were glued to the screen for the 187 minutes as I was busy admiring the beautiful cold setting and the intense dialogue between the characters, and also on the 70mm widescreen, it just looks awesome. This film was a unique cinematic experience for me. What a day, what a lovely day. Most of you have guessed number 2. Yes, it is Mad Max Fury Road. In simple words, it is 2 hours of madness and awesome stunts and explosions. One of the best action movies ever made, with some of the best action sequences that are practical effects and not CGI, which is the best part because it looks more realistic and amazing on the big screen. Also, the use of CGI in some of the scenes, like the storm scene, and the visual storytelling makes this film look more beautiful and exciting. Apart from that, we got some amazing performances from mainly Charlize Theron as Furiosa, who was the heart and the soul of this film. This film, from the awesome stunts to the crazy vehicles to the war boys and the guitar guy, is nothing but an action masterpiece. We have made it to the top, the number 1 film, the film that I loved and enjoyed the most in 2015. So, number 1 is Star Wars The Force Awakens. This film had just everything you would expect from a Star Wars film. Amazing characters, both new and old, dazzling visual effects, great background score and brilliant direction. This film was perfect for a person like me who grew up loving the various characters of Star Wars, watching Star Wars movies and also played with Star Wars toys. I loved every bit of this film, from the characters to just everything that was on screen. Star Wars The Force Awakens is the best film of 2015 for me. Guys, 2015 was a great year for me. In terms of entertainment, if there are great films out, my year goes great. Also, the films that made it to my top 10 list are the films that I personally had a great time watching. They may not have the best story, characters or direction, but these are the ones that, apart from entertaining me, made me think more about them and therefore made me love them even more. The order doesn't matter here. What matters is that they are on my list, whether they are on number 10 or number 1. They are on my list. Like I said, I didn't watch all the films that released in 2015 because of reasons like some of the films not releasing in my country. But towards the end of the year, I came to the US for vacations and I got a chance to watch some great films like The Hateful Eight and have it on my top 10 list. Like always, thank you guys for watching my video and I hope you enjoyed. If yes, please like the video, and if you want to see more, then hit the subscribe button. Till then, peace out and Happy New Year and have a great year ahead.